Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to FM24 Youth Factory, episode 62. Analyzing how the team has performed so far in the season after 8 matches, and we have yet to get a win. 3 draws so far has not been enough to offset the 5 losses to have us any higher than 23rd. But our next opponent, who technically is like 22nd on the table, is Millwall, but they have a 12-point deduction for entering administration, and with that 12-point deduction, they are the ones who currently sit 24th, and we're going to be on the road at them in our next match. Before we get into that match, I'd like to know just how bad is it? Where are we going wrong? What can we do better? Because the main objective of this season is to not get relegated, and we've already tried altering tactics only to see that backfire horribly and see us play actually worse. But what is wrong? I need to know where the issues are coming from to see how to address it. So we're going to go into the data hub today, a place I do not spend anywhere near enough time in, especially with the style of this playthrough where it's the same players and there's no transfers that you're going to be making. It's down to just tactics and growth, right? Well, anyway, our goals per game is obviously bad at just 0.75. Half a goal lower than the average of the league. So 1.25 is average. But when you actually look at our non-penalty expected goals per 90, we are right there, almost league average. That says a lot about the situation that makes it go, oh, because we give up just about half a goal more per game than league average, and that is an issue. Defense is our issue. So being an attacking team, we are producing plenty of XG, and we should be getting that half a goal per game. We're just not getting the finishing. Our shots on target is better. Our overall shots is less, but we're still generating high XG with the chances we are creating. Pass completion is relatively average. Tackles won is a little bit below average, but the big thing that stands out is that, one, our defense is poor. We give up a lot of XG, and it translates into an equivalent amount of goals. But offensively, we are still producing good chances. We are just not finishing them. More specifically, in the attacking game, there's those same 3 stats we already looked at, but our dribbles per game, only a little below league average. Fouls against per game, well, there's one we've seen before, right? We don't have the reputation. Or is it we don't have the quality and the other teams are being more patient with us? Either way, we are clearly dead last in the league when it comes to fouls against per game. Right? We are right at the middle. There is absolutely zero range off of that. So we are the least fouled team in the league by a very wide margin. You see our cross completion is better than league average, and our overall pass completion is almost average. It's not terrible. We're just not getting fouls called, and we're not finishing chances. And while we might not have a large volume of shots, the XG is still there. Again, breaking down the defense, we've only had a single shutout this season. We also foul others. We're not the worst in the league, but we're near the top of the league. So we are committing the most fouls, and we are receiving the least amount of fouls. That's a terrible ratio, and I think that's a big factor as to what's been going on with our results here. But opposition passes per defensive action is looking really poor. We're doing really good. We're doing really good in that department. We recover the ball a lot better than other teams do. And possession won, we're way ahead of average on getting the ball back. It's just what happens in the final third and the fouls situation. Looking at our last 50 matches, it's been almost exclusively our regular one, and 50 matches obviously is a lot more than 8, so it dates back to last season, but clear-cut chances was very much in our favor. The new formation, we were only a -1 in the clear-cut chances in our hour or so of doing that. So maybe things were a little harsh, but at the same time, it wasn't. We created chances, but we also bled chances once they decided to go attacking. So we really have to kind of pick and choose our timing on that and be able to bounce out of it quickly and get more attacking if they get more attacking. We've been very good against 4-4-2s. 4-3-3s, less so, but still doing all right. 4-2-3-1s have been where we have struggled a bit more with a -3 in 6 matches. Defensively, Chris Webb is standing out as somebody who is really struggling with fewer blocks and lacking clearances. I mean, he's okay on the clearances. He's slightly above average, but way below average on blocks. Rossini, he's pretty neutral on blocks, and he's definitely ahead on clearances. Hassel, similar, much further ahead. And Peter McFadden stands out as one of the better players in the league. You got, only a few total outliers, and he is up there on the most clearances side. Crossing midfielders, Archie Jones is accurate with his crosses, though he just doesn't cross the ball very often. That's not his role. And Sam Julian is pretty average for the league, which is good because we haven't been average at much anything. He's actually a really good keeper for this level, but I understand that he's probably having a tough go of things, and it looks like he could and should probably perform a little bit better. So he's not having the greatest of seasons, even though he is helping keep us in games. Shooting, passive shooting, low quality shooting. Adekunle is really struggling, while Phil Hewitt, Steve Walker, and Lanahan Penrese is doing a little bit better than the others. So maybe I need to be going back to a Lanahan Penrese over a Phil Hewitt type scenario due to the consistency. Yeah, because Lanahan Penrese is at least average, where nobody else, Phil Hewitt's well below that. From the looks of it, Millwall is a good offensive team that only gets an almost average amount of goals, but they are a terrible defensive team, possibly the worst in the league. I think it's a team we're going to need to be a little more offensive with and go for it. See if we can put something past them and then switch and go more defensive. Right, back to our regular lineup for this one. Even though we are on the road, this is the team that we want to get a win against, but bad giveaway there very early on is definitely not how you want to be starting. Corner kick, 3rd minute. Webb, another just partial clearance. He is not getting good purchase on the ball with his headers these days. Adekunle, free kick, dangerous position. Goes up and over the crossbar, just above on that left-hand corner. Might have been a little bit wide, but I think it might have been just above the bar. Nice turnover there, Lanahan Penrese, who gets the start today over Phil Hewitt. Well, that wasn't a good chance. I've also gone with Redknapp instead of Potter, as Potter has been struggling. Another clearance from Webb that barely goes a few feet. They get a second chance at that one, but luckily can't get over the top of it to head it down, and it goes up and over the bar. Early on, the XG is definitely favoring them. Lions finds Walker, back to McFadden, cross to Adekunle, finds Redknapp, cuts inside, flashes it across goal, and it gets a touch on its way through. Out for a corner kick. We go far post, can't win it. Feel like maybe I need a different corner kick routine because we're no longer getting any header wins on those. Play for set pieces is probably a good idea. Halftime. Quiet, goalless half for us. A point is probably a good thing. It maintains the gap over Millwall. But man, we need to get that first win of the season, and this is the team we're trying to get it against. But right now, we don't look like scoring at all. Try to give them a little halftime encouragement, and the morale is good at the moment, as rain has picked up for the second half. Big cut in, looked offside, but either way, Hassel intercepts the low cross. Walker intercepts that one. And Penrese, though, all the way back to the keeper. Now in possession. Redknapp finds McCartney. We find Jones, but he goes back to Webb. The pressure is good. It's organized. Over the top for Walker, and Walker tipped over by the keeper. A little too much down the middle. It was curving towards the corner, but it was coming across the middle on its way towards that bend. Webb finds lines inside, takes the side-footed volley, and gets underneath it. But we are now leading the XG charts, and we've definitely had a good start here to the second half. No subs yet. Walker is struggling, so let's go ahead and bring on the young Whitehouse. And Pedri struggled a little bit, so I might go back to a Phil Hewitt type situation as we give that one away, try to control the possession. Julian tips it in. That was an easy save. He was already on the near post. Look at Julian's position here. Okay, he comes out to middle at this point, but I think by the time Mitchell's coming in, yeah, he's already on the left-hand side. He's got plenty of time to react to that. That is a terrible play from Julian. That is such an easy save. That is probably the easiest save of the entire freaking game. And he's blown it. And now, with 15 minutes left in a game that Millwall has not threatened at all, suddenly we are losing 1-0 and in extreme danger of getting beat. Again, let's go for the underlap. Let's make that change. Let's go counter. And quickly, and throw it long, and go to the flanks, and we've got to get attacking here. We're also going to have to jump into the tactics and change more if we're going under lap as we... Offside. Holy crap, we nearly turned it into 2 goals in seconds. Okay, we already have the inverted winger, but we're going to go attack. We're now going to go inverted winger and attack here as well. And Redknapp and McFadden both need to push up. McCartney ball winning, but on support. And Lines. Demand more. Adekunle inside, laid ahead, Penreese. Freaking tap in from there, but it gets blocked and goes wide. 10 minutes to play. Another corner. Team's now upset because I demanded more. Really? You're losing 1-0 in a game that you have outplayed your opponent against the last place team in the league. Jones doing terrible. Let's bring on Wiley. Let's bring on Hewitt. And let's go home with no points. It's 2. I didn't even see it. I was making subs. Another corner kick. Big weakness for us this year. Griffiths finds Williams. Takes a big deflection. Nothing Julian can do there. We should have won this game at the very least. It should have been a draw. And this has been pitiful. Team is in serious trouble. Adekunle, Hewitt. Tap-in territory. He was offside. Wouldn't have counted anyway, but gotta put it on frame. 2-0 loss to the worst team in the league, which makes us the worst team in the league. Reading, mid-table. Not going to be easy. And I'm experimenting. I've had enough of sitting back and watching us struggle. So we're trying, and we already have a free kick in a very dangerous position, almost in the box, nearly a penalty. And Lanahan Penreese comes so close to getting the goal. Somehow the keeper makes a phenomenal stop there. That's a huge save. Really hurts us under the circumstances because we can't count on that many chances. But so far, Reading has yet to have a shot in the first 14 minutes, and it's been all us so far as Lanahan Penreese. Goal kick sure looked like that was tipped over, but apparently it went just over top of the bar. 5 shots in the first 20 minutes. Tactically, I've made changes, and it is working so far. We are playing much higher tempo. We're hitting hard on the counterattack. We're playing that defensive. And I've made one key change to the lineup so that I can be more fluid, as I was talking about, as they go really close on their first chance. Big save from Julian. The big change that I have made is Sam Lyons in that libero center back position, that third center back. Bringing on in Lyons' place is Joseph. So I have my regular McCartney and Joseph there. But Lyons, if I'm ready to switch out, if I need to switch out, if I suddenly see the momentum shift Reading's direction, I can, as we go close there, I can push Lyons up into a center mid. Not into the attacking mid, but I can push him up into a center mid position. And see that we are just about holding that momentum here as we approach halftime. Sheridan apparently got a block on off his foot, out for a corner kick. Dangerous time for us. Also, I have added a second routine for the corner kicks, just switching it up to go near post instead of far post all the time, and see if we can get something out of that, as far post has not been working for us. Joseph recovers, shoots somewhere. He shot it somewhere, not where we wanted. Reading does have the XG advantage, but we've probably been the more dangerous team here in the first half. We are at home for this one. I think we're going to switch it up to go cautious, be a little more attacking with this, but otherwise, so far so good here in the first half. Second half underway. Hewitt gets to start today on top, but it's Lanahan Penrys who's playing on that left wing, as Walker has had a bad run of games here lately. It's Redknapp getting the start on the right side, as we're still coming back from that injury. Big chance there for Lanahan Penrys. He's going to get underneath it. Too much, though. Headed up over the bar. Hewitt only has one goal all season. Adekunle through for Hewitt. Overlap. McFadden inside the Lanahan Penrys. He's going to turn inside, and he beats his man. He beats his man. We've got a lead for the first time all season. Well, no, second lead all season. Second time the team has had a lead this season. Good individual effort from Lanahan Penrys to finish that off and find that far post through a lot of traffic. Urquhart probably can't see that one very well until late. Let's get a sub for Hewitt. Give Whitehouse a chance on top. Not much else to lose. Here's McFadden. Blasto it up and over. Adekunle has been kind of poor, so we're going to bring on Steve Walker. And now we are going to go more defensive like we were before. And we are going to start time wasting like a mother. We're going to slow the tempo down a little bit. We're going to go to work the ball in the box. And I don't think we need to be countering anymore. We're going to slow it down. Joseph finds Webb. Back to Joseph. Wow, don't know how that got through, but Walker finds Lanahan Penrys. Good cut in there. Urquhart pushes it up and over. Corner kick. And there's that time wasting now beginning. Walker cuts in. Gets poked away, then cleared away. Cross to Walker, cleared away. Redknapp recovers, takes it into the box, lays it off for McCarty, finds Walker, but he's going to cut in, get Joseph. Joseph off the crossbar, and then just out. McFadden, nice winner there. Whitehouse loses it. That's through. Linton gets a big chance, but Julian's going to tip it over. Big stop there. That's the first time today he's really been asked to do something big. Better clearance than what we've been used to of late this season. Whitehouse, nice recovery. McCartney, over the top for Walker. Walker heads it along the way. It was a bit high, so he just does what he can to take some time away. 89th minute. Not enough pressure there, but luckily he can't get that one on target. He's looking for a touch or just celebrating his team. I don't know. That was easily our ball. Stoppage time. Stoppage time. We are into stoppage time. Big chance, though. Dangerous position. And there's the equalizer. Hassel with his usual antics. Bingley. Unmarked. Close range. Too easy. The first win eludes us, but it is going to be a fourth draw. The tactic has worked out at least a bit for us today. The change has been better. Joseph. And Pedres. Inside for Joseph. Oh, man, that looked like he took contact there. Didn't go down. Hassel, another poor clearance. Time's up. Game's over. Partial clearance. Still no whistle. There it is. We hang on for the draw. But come on. This team just is allergic to winning this season. 4 points in 10 matches. It's ugly. It's stayed ugly. The fantastic news, though, is there is other teams that are also struggling. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.